Hello, my name is Yvonne Grunberg, and welcome to PsyPointers. PsyPointers is a series where we'll be tackling the different ways to take care of yourself and be more aware of how others may be feeling or need in times of distress. Just a quick disclaimer, we're not professionals here and trying to cure anyone, so if you are suffering from any mental health issues, please take some time to breathe, talk with someone you're comfortable with, and seek professional help as soon as you can. If you like this new series and you don't want to miss out on future episodes of this or any of our other series planned for the future, you can follow us on any of our socials, and you can help by liking and subscribing to the channel. So what is self-care? The World Health Organization, or WHO, defines self-care as the ability of individuals, families, and communities to promote health, prevent disease, maintain health, and to cope with illness and disability with or without support of a healthcare provider. So self-care is basically what we can do for ourselves so we continue to live and contribute to society as a whole while continuing to stay happy and content with our own lives. So self-care itself is a broad concept which also encompasses other things such as hygiene, which is both from the general sense and the personal sense. Your nutrition, which is the types of foods that you eat and the quality of the food that you're eating in the first place. Your lifestyle, if it's really sporty compared to if you're more laid back and stay at home more. Your environmental factors such as living conditions and your social habits, and socioeconomic factors such as your income level, cultural beliefs, so on and so forth, and self-medication. Engaging in self-care routines has been clinically proven to reduce or eliminate entirely anxiety and depression, reduce stress, improve concentration, minimize frustration and anger, increase happiness, improve your overall energy, and more just from the mental health aspect of it. From the physical health perspective, self-care has been clinically proven as well to reduce heart disease, stroke, and cancer. In a society where we're expected to work long hours and to work on our vacation days, we had to work, just a side note, we had to work during online classes, and we were on a break. I just want to emphasize that.
We were on a break!
It's just annoying. There's this underlying belief that we always have to be productive, and although it's nice to be productive, it ultimately takes away our own abilities and opportunities to engage in self-care. But by taking some time out to engage in self-care, you can relieve yourself of the pressures of everyday life and give yourself a well-deserved reset to a point where you're healthy enough to give the most possible output in your own productivity. Considering the costs of mental health services, how underfunded mental health services are in this country, and overall just the wasted potential from all the work that you could be doing at its best effort, it may not be so bad to just spend some time to yourself. It may ultimately benefit everyone. Now, for how to practice self-care, this is where it gets a bit tricky because what forms of self-care best work are entirely subjective and different per person. So how to practice it can entirely vary based off you as an individual and may change based on a mental health professional's input as well. So we here at PsyPoints have collected some of the best known methods for engaging in self-care. So under emotional self-care, the first thing that you can do is reflection. Honestly, just being able to sit back, stay away from the world for a while, and just think is one of the best things you can do for yourself. It allows you to really think about the things that have happened to you, think about what you're grateful for, and after that, truly appreciating it and finding new meanings to things that have happened, or thinking of ways that this could be a good thing for yourself. Just if you take some time to reflect, you'll be able to see a new perspective or a new side of a problem that was occurring, and maybe it'll help you learn it even more. Journaling is also a great way to gather your thoughts and just to reflect on your day. Anytime something important in your life happens to you, or if there's something in your life you want to remember, like a quote or a moment in time that happened that really changed your life, just being able to write that down, again, just helps you see it in a different perspective. Thinking about how you felt at that time to compare to how you feel now, it really helps you slowly grow as a person. The more you see how you were in the past compared to how you are now. A great way is also being able to just talk to someone or interact with someone. No matter who or what that thing may be, just having someone there listen to you, to understand you, or just to generally be there for you, to care about you, is already an amazing thing for your mental health. That sense of security that comes with other people is something that's hard to replicate, and just having someone with you is more than enough to help cheer you up and help you go through day-to-day life. Actually, I was gonna go to the next point, but I just want to introduce all of you. This is Rocky. He's an incredible dog. He's a puppy, and he's amazing. Say hi, Rocky. Oh my God. Reading a book and as a whole, literature is amazing for your mental health. The best thing that books and literature do is that they put you in someone else's shoes and allows you to see things in their perspective. It's one of the hardest things that someone can do, and the fact that books do it so easily is amazing. When you can see things from someone else's perspective, you can think about how you'd feel in their shoes, how you'd feel if you were experiencing that, how you'd act yourself instead if you were in that position. Books allow you to think about all of these things that you'd never be able to think about otherwise. They let you think about how you'd act as a person and how to be a better person as a result. Music boosts your mood and manipulates it, and sometimes the best thing that you can do for yourself is just be in the moment and emphasize how you're feeling, and music helps you do just that. Lastly, there's meditation, and although this is more on the spiritual side, you don't really need to be religious to actually practice this. All you need to do is find a quiet area, sit down, close your eyes, and breathe slowly. This can be for 5 to 15 minutes, and in this time, it's a lot easier to just be in the moment, to think, to just remain calm and objectively see things. And whether you're religious or not, that's an amazing thing you can do for your mental health. Now, onto the physical perspective. The first thing and most obvious thing that you can do for yourself is to work out. It's not required for you to work out 7 days in a week and to try to get absolutely jacked or sexy. The only thing you really need to do for yourself is to move your body, to get your heart flowing. With quarantine as it is, it's hard to get opportunities to really move your body. So just taking about 30 minutes of your time in a day and 3 times in a week is already more than enough to make sure that your body is healthy and happy in return. It's also recommended that you try to get at least 7 hours of sleep. This is, from a personal opinion, really hard to do in college because it's hard to get free time, so you want to stay up late to try and hang out with your friends, and also because you're trying to study even, but it is recommended. In truth, it really does help to just try and get those 7 hours of sleep. It helps your body regenerate after everything you've been through, and when it regenerates, it heals and it works in its best possible way that can be the next day after. And all the days when you try to get consistent 7 hours of sleep, this consistency shows in your body. Your healthier, you think faster, and overall, even if you may end the day a little earlier than you'd like to because of the things happening in your life, getting these 7 hours over time, it helps you easily overcome most challenges as a whole. Now, there's an old saying that goes, "You are what you eat." Simply put, when you eat healthier, you become healthier. Now, there's nothing wrong with junk food and food that you can categorize as unhealthy, but the thing is, you have to find a balance between how much healthy food you have and how much unhealthy food you have. As long as you can find that balance and you always try to adjust every time you do eat an extra amount of unhealthy food, then you'll be able to enjoy both types of food equally. There's nothing quite as rejuvenating as a nice clean shower. Simply practicing basic hygiene by washing your face and putting shampoo on your head already makes your body feel clean, and when you feel cleaner, all I can say is that you simply feel happier as a result. On the topic of cleanliness, try to make your workspace or the environment that you're in as clean as possible. Try to turn on the lights, try to remove any dust by sweeping the floor. When you have a clean environment, it makes it easier to think, it makes it easier to reflect. Your environment influences you more than you know, and when your environment is messy, dirty, dark, you generally feel the exact same way after too. So just keeping yourself in a nice, clean environment is more than enough. Lastly, in this physical perspective, I want to emphasize walking. When you go for a walk, you feel most present in the moment. You're taking in the scenery around you. You're breathing in fresh air. You're moving slowly and everything's just changing around you slowly. It's very easy to get lost in your thoughts, and it really makes it easier for you to reflect on your own life. With quarantine as it is, it's a lot harder to find time to walk, and you'll be required to wear a mask, but even so, I still highly encourage taking the time to engage in a walk every once in a while, with mask on of course, and to use that time to think, and I promise you, you'll feel happier and better after. Now, the last thing I want to do for this video is to share with you all how subjective this whole concept of self-care can be. So here I have a list of all the different ways different members here at PsyPoints themselves engage in self-care and how we put them to use in our lives on a day-to-day basis.
Hello!
Hi, sister!
Yeah?
Oh, wala lang here in the video. It's just funny.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Now it's cool. So from Ali and Christian, it's having a routine. Just having a routine and scheduling everything that you're doing in a day, putting in a time of day when you're going to rest, putting in a time of day where you're going to do a certain activity. Just having everything you're expecting to do in a day all organized in the single spot that you can look at any point to help organize your thoughts and help make sure that you're doing something that you should be doing at that exact same moment is already great for helping you forming something consistent that you can do over and over to make yourself feel better. So from Christian, we have taking long showers and just washing your face. Again, just basic hygiene. It's more than enough to help clear your mind when you have a clean body as well. And also, as a side note for me personally, have you ever just sat down on the toilet and taken a 30-minute dump, not having to think about anything in the world? Like, just a long dump where you don't have to think about anything. Like, if that is self-care, just mwah. Okay, so the last remaining ones are actually from me, so I'm going to try to speed this up as much as I can. Having a social media detox, and as much as I want you to keep watching only PsyPoint videos for now and forever, of course, if social media is starting to get to you, it's understandable if you want to get away from it for a while. When it comes to places like Twitter or Instagram, YouTube itself, there's always something negative that you'll see when you scroll for just a few moments. You start to compare yourself to others and you see bad news. So if just taking time away from that, there's no shame from it. To just take a break from the world, that's totally fine. And social media has the best and the worst from the world, and sometimes you just need to take a break from it in order to really take a breather and reflect on your own life.
Please continue watching PsyPoints videos, please.
Having a list of goals is absolutely incredible for all the achievements you plan to attain in the future. Whether it be a goal that you just want to achieve the next day or something you want to keep on pursuing for the rest of your life, when you list it down in a place that you can continue checking anytime you're starting to feel low on yourself, you start to forget the reason why you're fighting, you start forgetting the reasons why you keep going through hardship. Having a physical copy of something which has the reasons why you keep on working towards something in your future, in your life, is incredible, and it's a wonderful thing to always just have a reminder of why you should keep moving on. Last but not the least, I want to talk about memes. Memes are it's comedy. I don't know what to say. Memes are awesome. Memes are great. Memes are 69 out of 420. The thing with memes is that it makes fun of everything and anything, and sometimes all you need is a little bit of humor in life to make yourself feel better. Now, I'm sure a lot of these things sound like normal, mundane things that we do every day, anytime, anyway, but that's the beauty of the mundane, the beauty of normal. It's something that you can do all the time to help yourself feel better. And sure, you're not thinking that it will help make you feel better, not thinking of it as some almighty thing of self-care, this is what will make me feel better. But the thing is that self-care is just that. It's just repeating having a normal life. There's nothing wrong with it as long as you're taking time out of your day thinking about yourself and the one thing that you're doing over and over again. That's already self-care. There are lots of forms of self-care, and really it's super subjective, but the beauty of it is, as long as you can find your own form of self-care, then you're already doing it just fine. Thank you all for watching. You can comment down below if you want us to tackle any other different types of topics regarding mental health. Please like and subscribe, and I wish you all very happy health during this time. Thank you.